Hi Tribe, Amy Buck here. So welcome to my series on dealing with overwhelm. That horrible feeling of anxiety that you have almost all the time probably. I know I used to and still do sometimes. And especially on Sunday night, Sunday afternoon before the traditional work week started, I'd start to feel overwhelmed. In fact, many Sundays were ruined by the feeling of overwhelm and starting Monday morning. So much so that I'd even start work on Sunday just to have some of that anxiety kind of dissipate a little bit, which ultimately didn't serve anybody because I was then spending part of my weekend that I should have been recharging for the week working just to deal with some temporary anxiety. So I thought I wanted to show up and give you guys all kinds of different ways to deal with that overwhelm. And I'm going to be here every Monday because that's the day when it strikes the hardest to give you some help. And we're just going to do one tip a week and make it super simple. So this week, my tip is, and it's kind of the universal how to deal with overwhelm approach, and that's rely on your higher power every single day. Get in touch with your higher power every single morning of your life. Okay, so for those of you out there who aren't religious, who are looking at me saying, oh, come on, please, let's not do this airy fairy woo woo stuff. This isn't religious, and this is not airy fairy woo woo. This is getting in touch with yourself in here. So you may talk to spirit or the universe or God or Buddha or nature like I do, or yourself. But sit down every single morning just for a few minutes and get in touch. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and acknowledge that you are supported, that you are taken care of in this day and in this moment. You have all that you need. And just breathe into that for a minute every morning. And with your eyes still closed in that morning, I want you to also breathe and sit back and ask yourself and your higher power, spirit, God, whatever, ask yourself, what's my priority for the day? So just get really clear on what your priority is for that day while you're in touch with yourself and what's going on in your body. Do a body scan maybe. Just a couple minutes. When you're done, when you feel complete, open your eyes and start your day. Sometimes I sit back and journal about my priorities that came up for me. That helps me stay on track. But I often, just carry about my day knowing that that priority has already been recorded in my body. All right. So that's your tip for this week. Next week, stay tuned because we're going to talk about that voice in your head and how to deal with her and manage her in a way that gives you more space and more time for the things that are important in your life. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful overwhelm-free week. Bye, guys.